In this video we're talking about our mesh net transparent LED screens. Here you can see them being used in a nightclub ceiling where they bring a dynamic visual element responding to music. In this photograph you can see how they're being used on a structure as a gateway in a large public environment. Now, close-up details, you can see that each of the capsules are wired onto the string cable, and that carries the data and the power to each of the LEDs, giving you the dynamic control. And here is a close-up where we've taken the housing apart and you can see the structure that's contained within each of the LEDs. Now when we mount them onto either a black or transparent modular capsule that allows you to actually clip each of the LEDs into place. And as you can see on this photograph here, where we've started to add a number to each of the holding positions on the capsule rods. And on a close-up detail here, you can see how each of the capsule rods attach to each other to give you the size that you're required. And once the capsules are snapped together and the LEDs clipped into it, you then have a flexible transparent LED screen structure. And so you end up with something like shown in this photograph, where all the LEDs are on the capsule rods in position and lighting up and supplying data, passing it on from one LED to another. And so what we have is eventually something that might be like this here. Now we have it in a range of pitches, typically starting at 30mm pitch, 55 up to 80 mils, and so each of the sections are assembled together and then they can be clipped together. Now in this photograph here you can see how the structure might be, and you can see that we have square and rhombus, and so the LEDs are offset to each other. And so if we now have a look in the showroom, we can see a number of screens operating, giving some dynamic colors and being controlled in the scenario that you've seen here now. Now in this video you can see how we have attached them simply to the entire surface of the ceiling and dividing it up into areas where there is some dynamic color happening. Now one of the beauties of the system is that you can actually create the screen as a dual image screen, so there can be an image on both sides, and that is very simple to create. So once you've assembled your first screen side and have placed the LEDs into the capsule rods, then it's simply a matter of going through and adding the LED capsules onto the rods on the other side. Connect it all up and then you have your dual imaging mesh LED screen.